It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas, and we have wonderful guests. And I am delighted to have my guest this evening is Dr. Susan, and we're going to talk about those super patches because they're absolutely fascinating.
Yes, they are the biggest breakthrough in health and wellness and performance in the past 50 years. And it's a brand new breakthrough technology that is actually changing lives for the better. It just started. The company just started in this year, like mid-year, and seeing miracles with the people I work with. I'm a retired physician. Turned health coach because I mommy tracked, and then I kind of found that a lot of Western medicine didn't actually have self empowerment tools for the patient or the client to actually help optimize their body on a cellular level to kind of complement the what they're getting from the doctor, because there's a lot more to health and wellness that is actually not taught in medical school. So
Yes. Boy, am I aware of that one as a nutritionist.
Yeah, exactly. So as we found, this is a drug-free, supplement-free layer that is actually allowing you to use your supplements and drugs eat better. So essentially what it does is it recalibrates the nervous system. And our nervous system actually gets corrupted. The neural networks get corrupted by stress, by EMF, mold, and infections, and just trauma.
Poisoning.
Yeah, it's just there's so many variables that are actually affecting the nervous systems of our us, and they're basically this guy named Jay Dollywall. He actually discovered a code through the skin receptors. It goes literally through the brainstem and recalibrates. There are these codes, like a lock and key mechanism, where you can actually have a specific pattern which will unlock that key for that neural network. And so there's ones for overall stability and balance and pain and sleep and like joy, for joy and peace and focus and even losing weight.
What's amazing is they work without having to take a supplement or medication or anything. It's really they're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they're drug-free, supplement-free, and they're FDA registered. And they're actually the material is just plastic and adhesive that's medical grade and hypoallergenic. And what's nice about it is it literally works on everyone. I mean, you can use it on all people, including babies and nursing mothers and pregnant women and people on chemotherapy. I mean, there's really, because it's a class 1 exempt, a medical device. It's literally can be sold anywhere, and there's no regulations because it isn't a supplement and it isn't a drug. So
it's totally drug free.
And
yeah,
it's
that's
FDA
amazing.
registered because it's a device. And so what's nice is that you can put the combinations and fine tune, customize it for the individually for what their needs are. And I've seen people, I mean, our mutual friend actually had mast cell, and she was heading to palliative care, and now she's
Yes.
essentially fully functional. Her labs came back today, and her mast cell labs were absolutely normal, and she was ecstatic. It's and then I have other people that have been in chronic pain for years, and it's actually making their pain go away significantly. I have other people who have sleep issues that nothing has worked, and they're noticing a difference. I had a guy, a Canadian guy. He literally, I sent him some of the Ignite patches, and I sent him 4 of them, and he
Mhm.
went from 212. He weighed himself every day to prove that it was, and he went from 212 to 208 in 4 days,
A
and
pound
he
a
didn't
day.
change his
Wow.
diet. And actually, I have a naturopath on my team that actually has a review system. She measured her own metabolic rate went up 45% in literally
That's
40
wow.
minutes. So,
That's
I mean, so
wow.
these are, I mean, I got people with PTSD where they actually have so many traumatic events in their life, and they're putting 5 of the patches, and they're able to let go of past trauma, and nothing has worked for them in the past because it recalibrates the neural networks to factory settings. So
What
because of this, it's amazing. It's a miracle that something so simple, so affordable can work and really kind of help allow people to overcome things they've never been able to overcome. It's like the final piece of the puzzle.
It's absolutely amazing. I've heard some of the testimonials too, and one of the ones that, and we may have to have her on at some point in time. She was talking about seizures,
Yes.
and I'm going. Did you catch all that? How did that? Which patches did she use for that?
She used Liberty, Flow, and Defend. She put 3 Defends on, and her seizure stopped, and she was able to drive. 'Cause she knew she wasn't having a seizure, but she actually added Victory, and it's kind of like more of the Liberty patch for the athletes, but it actually works like Liberty, and
Mhm.
she's got muscle atrophy, so it actually gave her the strength to walk around. So um, she's loving these. I've actually seen miracles. Just and I mean everything. I mean, they had a woman that came out of the hospital with AFib, but they didn't get her AFib under control, and she put Liberty Flow and 3 Defends and got out of AFib. I have another person whose husband had a stroke, and now he has facial expressions. I have another person who she was worried about she had EMF sensitivity, and she couldn't work near her computer because she actually got affected by the EMF. She put Liberty Flow Defend, and she was able to handle it and be able to work, and she's so excited. She was, in fact, she was very scared because she had given up hope. She was just so concerned because she's her hopes had been dashed by so many things, and now she's so excited, and she's telling her friends and family because she was very skeptical.
Yeah, people are skeptical at first because, I've had somebody. Well, what is it? Is it just a placebo effect? And I said, no.
Well, there's a
Um,
test called the Liberty, and you can use this test with Victory or Liberty, and you basically, and I'll demonstrate that with my presentation, and it'll show that it works in 100% of the people, 100% of the time, because it literally, and you might not feel something, but that test shows it's working for you.
yeah, that is a very amazing test. It shows a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
I heard some of the testimonials. I came in a little late, and you have on Facebook Messenger. You advertise Zoom meetings quite often, don't you?
Yes,
Um,
I do them probably 5 or 6 days a week.
okay. That's a lot. So people can anybody come into that, or do they have to be invited, or how's that work?
It'd be nice, since one of the participants who shows up, she has a gang stalker. I have to change the code every time, and actually, I probably would like, you know, well, we let them in, and if they start acting bad, I kick them out. Like if
Yeah.
it's so we do have they have to be allowed in, and the link is given. There is a passcode, but they're given it, and so essentially, I think we are, I think it'll be fine. I have a
Mm,
limit of 100 people,
okay.
so
Okay. Well,
I
sometime, we might be able to bring some people on here. I can have up to 10 people on here, and they could give, some of the testimonials that I hear would really impress people.
I think it would be great to have 10 people on here. I mean, and maybe next time we can coordinate, maybe one of the calls that we do at 9 o'clock, we could actually have it on your show. It's a special edition.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I would like to do that. Now, perhaps would you like to start your presentation?
Yes, yes. I will go over everything so everyone can kind of understand how
Yeah, because
this
people
works.
wonder how can that possibly. There are people that think, how can that possibly work? You know what I mean?
Well,
I got.
I'm gonna share how it works. So this is a super patch company. It's brand new this year. And it's one of the. It's like almost like it's a new invention. It's actually forged. It's the last piece of puzzle when it comes to health and wellness, to really tie things together that you're doing. I do layers. This is like the base. We're at the beginning of something almost like having Apple stock in 1976, or being in the beginning of Amazon or Google, or Tesla. We're really a cutting edge. This is one of the biggest breakthroughs in health and wellness and performance in the past 50 years. The Super Patch Company has hacked the neural code to develop technologies that can help improve the lives of millions of drug-free, affordable, and risk-free products. We've been Jay Dollywall basically was inspired to start this because his mom had MS, and he was delving through the neural codes, the biophysics, the biochemistry, the cell biology, trying to figure out how he could help his mom. And he actually found this code that actually recalibrates the brain pathways to factory settings. Now, these get corrupted by multiple stressors and toxins in our environment. So that he basically, these patches can help with a wide range of challenges, including stress, poor sleep, fatigue, chronic pain, and they're just helping people who are suffering, and but also athletes to perform better. The patches are 100% drug and supplement free, as well as risk free, and very, no side effects. They don't interact with anything. You don't have to worry about it. This is like magic. Essentially, to summarize, every physical, emotional, and psychological function has a neural code, and these neural codes get damaged or stuck for a million reasons that lead to poor health, wellness, and performance. And the pattern and ridges on the patches are like a QR code. They have no AI. You don't have to worry about AI. These are encrypted, so they can't be copied. That's his fingerprint on top of it, so it kind of masks what the actual braille is. And this braille is called vibrotactile trigger technology. And there's actually 11 and counting patches, each addressing a different angle, which I'll go through. Now, this talking about Jay Dollywall. He's the inventor of the product, and amazing individual, very grounded. He basically said he has every patch has proof that it actually works before he actually goes into the market. And he has third party studies, double blind prospective studies, on every patch that actually is for sale. And he's right now doing clinical trials on a couple other patches in the works, and they won't be announced until the trials are done. So he's very, wants to ensure that we are getting quality, something that we're getting value for our dollar. There are many wellness needs and performance needs that haven't really been fully addressed because of the time commitments, diet change, things that are too complex or time consuming, or maybe even dangerous to try for people. For one reason or another, they give up and they quit. This gives people new hope. So liberty is
That's so true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
And liberty is the foundational patch. Liberty and victory, because they're different. Liberty is more for the average, or maybe the older person, and victory is for the athlete. But both victory and liberty help with overall strength and mobility, lateral tensile strength, balance. It helps with the overall wellness of the body and the brain, but mostly the body. Just it's your gait. A lot of seniors will fall, and the breaking a hip in your 80s is
Oh
death.
my God.
So we want to prevent that from happening. And I'm going to try this. If this can go through, the audio could go through, I'm going to test this out. This is the Liberty test. This is demonstrable in every single person that does this, that it proves it works, even if you don't feel it. I'm going to go and show this little video. And if there's an issue, let me know.
I hope there's sound. No, the sound isn't working. I don't know why. The sound is not working.
So what I'm going to do is just go through, and even if you can't hear it, I'm going to show you. This is without the patch, and he's going to do, he's going to try to, this is lateral tensile strength, and he's going to try to see how he can knock him over. See how he knocks him over? Okay, there's no sound, but he can literally...
I don't understand why we don't have sound.
So this is lateral stability, and this is dynamic stability, as where you put your fists over your chest, and he's gonna try to push directly down, and then the guy loses his, he pushes down and he loses his balance. And now he's gonna put the tech on. He puts the super patch on. And then he's gonna put it on his forearm. You don't want to put it on a joint. And now he's gonna try to do it again. See him? Watch this.
It is possible for people to watch this little video on their own. It's out there, or I can include it in the description.
So basically, this lateral dynamic stability, and it works 100% of the people. And actually, your utilization of glucose with putting these patches on is normalized. This is within minutes putting the Liberty or Victory patch on. And it's a foundational patch. Anyway, what I found out, there was an article that actually showed that a 15-minute cell phone call will cause a 2-week impairment of glucose utilization in the brain, as well as elevated heat shock protein antibodies. And it takes 2 weeks to recover from it. Well, guess what? If we all are walking around, because people are talking on their phone, they're exposed to Wi-Fi, they're exposed to cellular towers and other people's cell phones. So essentially, people are walking around with brains that are impaired. But when you put on one of the Liberty or Victory patch, you're touching the piezo, you're activating the piezo 1 receptors, which is actually, when you that's low glucose utilization is associated with low piezo 1 activity. When you stimulate the piezo 1 receptors, you're actually increasing that activity, thus lowering the or upping the efficiency of glucose utilization and lowering the antibodies to heat shock protein. So essentially, it reverses the damage from EMF. This is huge because
That is.
people feel like they are a victim, they have no control. Here, we can actually layer and get your body essentially immune, or you're literally layering an antidote to the effects of these wireless radiation, other stressors that are causing the brain not to work as well and utilize glucose.
Do you think that's part of the
Liberty,
reason why people have brain fog?
yes, I think that's huge because as the electromagnetic fields are very
Yeah.
causes blood clumping. Now, Liberty and Victory are the foundational patches, and I mean this Victory should have been in this. I'm going to have to change this picture, but enough said. Um, the other ones kind of reinforce. Now, Victory is another one like Liberty, but it's really maybe tailored for the athlete and the weekend warrior, or people that are running up and down the stairs trying to get their chores done, chasing after kids. So essentially, if you need more performance and you're more of a younger person, you would do the Victory, but the Liberty would be more for the older person or the less active or athletic person. Flow is kind of paired well with Liberty because it helps with cognitive decline and focus, and essentially it helps the flow of the brain. It's the overall for the brain, for neural network for the brain. And Liberty and Flow go so well together. And actually, Defend helps with the hypothalamic pituitary axis, but it also unclumps the blood under the microscope, which is very important because when you've got clumped blood like this, you can't oxygenate the tissues, you can't get the blood through the microcapillary circulation. You end up going into lactic acidosis, which then increases they have to buffer it, and that actually decreases the ability for the hemoglobin to carry iron. You get free iron, causes more. So it's this cascade. So the
Yeah.
nice thing about using the Defend patch is it's literally oxygenating the blood. So Liberty Flow and Defend, and you can actually use your mitochondria well and make ATP and have that energy to fix the damage done. So this is probably one of the most important patches that
I
I,
bet you this is where the damage comes from too, that we're talking about, that
yeah.
where the pathways get interfered with. Yeah, because you were saying that everybody has, just about everybody probably has some different levels of clump blood as a result of everything that we're exposed
Yeah,
to.
it's for the from the electronics. Now you pair peace if someone actually feels anxiety as I feel better and they feel anxious because they haven't felt that way in so many years. But peace patch is very good for stress and anxiety, and then you can add joy to it and actually have more happiness. And peace and joy are wonderful layers for anybody with post-traumatic stress, especially if you add to well, now we don't make medical claims, but you're stressed out trauma loops. Okay, it's a non-medical term. because we make no medical claims. But the trauma loop cycle is basically where it's like you're reliving something that happened to you that was bad, and you're traumatized. And that causes a sympathetic overdrive or fight or flight. And that actually causes blood clumping because it's a cell signaling. And when you don't get your oxygen in your body, you can't, think and be optimized. There's a focus patch. It helps, fine tune focus. If the Liberty Flow and Defend doesn't work enough, if you need one other step, there is the focus patch. The freedom patch is for pain. This is the only one where you have to move it. Doesn't matter where you put the other ones as long as they're not on joint. But this one, if you, let's say, had knee pain, you put it above the knee or below the knee, not on the knee, because if you put it on a joint, it'll wear out that broil and you're not going to get the optimal results. REM patches help. There's 70 million Americans suffer from sleep problems, which leads to chronic illness and mental illness and poor quality of life. And the REM patch is essentially helps you dream. It helps you sleep more effectively. It does not make you sleepy. It just helps you sleep. So I would wear the REM patch almost all day and realized I didn't take it off because I actually needed a cat nap, and I could get that cat nap done. And like I'll put one on after the show because it's midnight here.
Yeah, it's late. You must be
Ignite.
tired.
Yes. Ignite is an amazing patch because it increases the metabolic rate 25% within minutes of putting it on. Basically, if you have a basal metabolic rate of 2,000 calories a day and you put this on, that's 500 calories. Now, I had a naturopath who actually has a measurement review device that she measured, and she noticed that her own metabolic rate went from 1,000 calories to 1,450. That's a 45% increase in metabolic rate within 40 minutes of putting the patch on. Huge.
That
I
is
had
huge.
a guy who actually sent some samples to, and he went from 212 to 208 with just the 4 samples I sent him, and he ordered 4 packs of Ignite, and he's going to compare it because he thinks, wow. Now, combine Ignite with Kick It, which gets rid of your addictions to food or other things like smoking or drinking. But if you actually combine Ignite and Kick It, and you actually wear your victory patch and your Flow and Defend and focus, and you went out and ran, you would be able to do the athletic to raise the metabolic rate, the Kick It to get rid of the cravings, and the Ignite to actually burn the extra calories when you weren't around by, at least 25 to 45%. So essentially, you're actually losing weight with different angles, and you can optimize, which is amazing.
That is amazing.
All right. And these are drug-free. They're instant and they're supplement-free. They're instant and effective. They're easy to use, non-invasive, non-reactive. Children, pregnant women, nursing women, elderly people, people on chemotherapy. It doesn't matter because it's not a supplement. It doesn't interfere with medications. You don't have to change your diet or lifestyle, and they're affordable. He had the retail end user price in mind when he priced this at $60. You can get them cheaper by getting a membership and get them 25% off. And then there's kits. If you decide to do the membership, there's a kit that gets it down to $27 a patch. It's the best deal. But basically, this is the biggest breakthrough in health and performance technology in the past 50 years. There's no competition, nothing else like this on the market. Basically, they're FDA registered. They're immediate proven benefits. 95% have a positive, but if you use Liberty or Victory, 100% are going to have a positive. You just might not, They're made in the USA. There's amazing clinical trial results. Every patch that's on and is basically has a clinical trial to back it up and prove it works. So, and there's millions at this point of people around the world, in Europe, United States, and Canada that have used these. they had a previous technology in a sock. It's not as effective as the patch, but they're counting them because this just started. I don't know if they had millions yet of customers, but essentially, I know in my little sample size that there's hundreds of people that are having their lives changed for the better, and I feel like this is almost so satisfying to help people actually get better, feel better, and with something so simple and easy. Um, there's no competition here, and really the only risk is essentially trying to get better, or you get your money back because it's 30-day money back guarantee. All of this is backed by science. It's literally a $500 billion industry because at least almost everyone in the world has one of these issues. Pain, energy, sleep, stress, immune, obesity, fitness, mobility, and focus. I mean, and then the athletes, they don't have anything wrong with them. They just want to perform better. So essentially, we've got the market is open for everybody. People need this. They want this. They're suffering in silence, as and essentially, there's the best in its class. It's protected. It's encrypted. They have a 30-day money back guarantee, and there's a compensation. You know, affordability is it's available to all because it's also priced $60 retail per patch. You can save 25% on your first order. So if you just want to try these and get used to them, you go ahead and buy retail and save 25%. But if you want to save more money, you can, and you're like, you totally get the science of this. You could get one of the kits. $50 kind of gives you a 25% discount, and it gives you a website, and it gives you the right to share it and get some money. Thank you checks for sharing this. Just like when you share something, you get a referral fee. But I think the best deal are these kits. Basically, there's a sample kit to half a month, there's a month supply, and then there's a 2.5 month supply, which is the best deal. And you only get this big kit when you sign on with the membership. And you want to basically, I would highly recommend people look into this, consider the big kit, because you're getting the patches at $27 instead of 45 or 60. And it's only available in enrollment. So, and you're getting $1,320 of stuff for $650, and you're essentially have enough to share with your family or for yourself a 2.5 month supply. The $50 kit does give you get something for your 50. You do get some Liberty and a couple like a 4-pack of Freedom, but you get that with every of this. So you're getting that $50, and that's $25 to renew. So if you want to keep getting them at a discount, it's doesn't take that much. But there's a chart where we put it all together. You save the most with this big kit, and a little less with the smaller kits. But you can get these anytime. You can only get this in enrollment. Practitioners, when you sign up as an associate, you basically have you have your own link, and doctors or practitioners can get a wholesale account under this for their clinic. And so essentially, and that's a free account actually, but they have to apply for it. Compensation plan is basic and simple, but honestly, what I like best about this compensation plan are the ranked bonuses. And I love the fact that to requalify, it doesn't cost as much to maintain these higher ranks once you get them once. Many companies are, always struggling to try to maintain a structure and get it. Actually, once you got it once, it's very easy to requalify and work on, helping people rather than working about structure, There's a simple duplicatable way to get your money back and plus more, an extra $1,000 with the kit, just by following these simple systems. This is, if anyone is looking to make money in these days of uncertainty, sharing one of the best things I've ever seen in the health and wellness space and changing lives. but it's actually so unique and it's so early. We're at pre-launch. We're so early. I mean, essentially, it's very beginning, and we can ride that wave and essentially help lots and lots of people because no one's heard of this at this point.
It's true.
And so this is that's all for the slideshow. So if anyone has any questions, that would be I'm going to stop the sharing. If anyone has any questions, please ask, and we can answer, get back to you. Gail, you could actually give them your email address if they could send an email to you, right?
Yes, I believe I have that in the description.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's good because then if they have questions, they can contact you. And it's Gail of Gaia at dot superpatch.com. Gail of Gaia dot superpatch.com. This helps. Monies made from this will help. She puts it back into her store, and I mean her show. Because essentially she's being censored, so she doesn't advertise too much, but this is something she endorses because it's really helped a lot her son, and
I've heard many
friend.
other testimonials that are
many
extremely impressive, and I love it. It's so simple. You don't have to consume something that that tastes nasty, or and you don't have to take drugs. I just think it's wonderful, and it works. I've seen too many people that that it works for, and it worked for me. I noticed a difference. Now there may be a slight difference in how quick for some people it's immediate, and like with the Liberty, it's immediate. There's a some people may take a couple days. Have you heard that before? Or
well, the Liberty test and the Victory test happens. It works with everybody, 100% of the people. So the fact that your lateral stability and your dynamic stability is improved that quickly, it works within minutes. Now you might not perceive it. Some people are so they're not in tune to their body. Now people who are in tune with their body, they feel it quickly. Almost everyone feels it. When I do a test on people, they feel it. Okay, but not everyone. Maybe if they don't follow the directions, or they're not in tune with their body and not sensitive, they're going to have maybe. But after a few weeks, they will notice it, because when they take them off, they're like, I had someone who ran out of samples and she's missing them terribly. She's ordered a box, and she's awaiting it, and she's I think the stress is making her sick, and because this is like helps with PTSD. I think she needs these more than anybody, but we all need them because we're living in an era of stress and disease,
uncertainty. Yeah.
And you've got to wait, and you don't know what's going to happen, and heck, having that stress go down is priceless, and being able to think for yourself, have the energy and foresight to actually solve problems, because we're going to be solving problems more than ever now.
Would you maybe just explain those piezo receptors?
Okay. Well,
could you explain that just a little bit?
Yes, the piezo receptors are the touch receptors. It's just piezo receptor. That's just a name for the touch receptors. But the braille touches those, and you get a specific depolarization wave that is specific to that particular pattern. It's an additive property of waves that, in wave cancellation, to make how a key. You look at a key and you put it in a lock. The key is slightly different. And that lock goes to a specific key. And that specific key does that particular neural network. One for pain, one for sleep, one for, balance, one for balance athletic, one for brain flow, one for defend, unclump the plug, the HPA axis. So each joy and peace have a different key
That
because it's a different waveform that's basically detected from the skin.
it's amazing. It really is. It's just absolutely amazing how it works. So
Yeah.
I don't want to keep you up any later. This is a very
But do you
late show.
have any? This is a late show, but the fact is that with the patch, you're allowed to think and be optimal from the sun up to sundown
Down.
and beyond, right?
Yes, I'm still going. I'm usually getting ready for bed by now, and it's early here compared to where you're at. But I usually get up very early, around 4, so I go to bed early.
I get up around 4:30 myself. So, but you know,
Wow.
with the REM patch, you can get more concentrated sleep. Doesn't mean you sleep longer. You're just sleeping better.
Yeah, it
So,
is. That's hard to explain because I've used the REM patch too, and I would say that I sleep better, but I can't really explain what I mean by that.
you can remember your dreams. You don't have to. I mean, you know, sometimes sit count sheep. Well, like I don't really, but I'll listen to videos. But then that actually makes me tired. But this is I don't even get to watch any videos because I lay down and then the video. I've slept, the very beginning of the video. So anyway,
Okay.
well, do
Well,
you have any other questions besides the piezo one? Is this, but you know what? There's activity in the brain with glucose utilization that's directly a result of low piezo one activity. But if you increase the activity through the ridges, then you're actually increasing the utilization of the glucose and normalizing it. That's where that MRI that I showed you, it was like, wow, normalized within minutes.
right.
Huge.
So, no, what was I going to say? That was something I thought of. I lost it. That these signals can come from the skin is just kind of amazing.
Your body is using your skin and nervous system to repair itself. You're using your own nervous system to repair itself.
That's amazing. And these products are absolutely amazing. I've been so impressed. They've helped me a great deal, and they've helped my son a great deal. And I really would encourage people to try them. And you can wear more than one, and we have suggestions for. Yep.
Do you see my patchwork quilt?
Yep, I see 3 of them.
Yeah. So you can wear, I mean, if you want to, you could wear 11 patches if you wanted to. I got one on there.
I've got 2 of them on here.
Yeah, but you can fine tune if honestly, and also I want to emphasize the effects are cumulative. So over time, you don't have to wear them potentially every day. You could skip a day and you won't miss them as much because your brain's rewired. Now we live in a toxic world, and because of that, we probably have new assaults coming along. So so I think maintenance would be important, but after a while,
I agree.
It takes at least a few weeks, 3 or 4, 5, 6 weeks to recalibrate the defective neural pathways.
Absolutely amazing. And I guess that pretty much covers most of what we planned on covering.
Awesome.
I was hoping we might get some questions, but
we're late.
People can email.
They can also comment. They can comment below on your channels and ask questions, and we'll reach out.
We'll answer the questions on maybe another show or another date or in some capacity. Yeah. I think it would be good because we could bring some testimonial people on and you can see the wonderful results that people have gotten. And
well, we both have increased focus, and I've been able to run with the Victory Patch, and I've been able to get organized and keep ahead of things. I've been able to enjoy things because I have the peace and joy. I can enjoy the little things and not stress out over some triggering
It seems to bring an overall calm
Yes,
to
it
me.
does.
I don't know if it's,
Yes, it does.
I really like that, and it doesn't, it's been a very amazing, and I hate to keep using the same
It is
word,
amazing.
but it is.
It's
There's no other way I can
breakthrough.
put it.
This can change the world. It literally can change the world.
And it reduce your stress level
Yeah, well, stress is
significantly.
the number one cause of disease. It pumps the blood, and it actually most of the people in the Lyme community that I met in the field, almost every single one of them was a type A personality, and it stressed them out. It caused the anaerobes to grow, and then they end up in the loop. They ended up in a loop of despair, and it's a cycle.
Wow. And this can get them out of it.
Yes.
Consistency is important as well.
Yes. Yes. And don't place it on a joint. So
yeah, that too. Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I know it's very late for you, so I don't want to keep you up any later.
That's good. My pleasure. My pleasure. I can't wait to see it. So
okay. Well, I'll send it to you as soon as it finishes processing,
okay.
which shouldn't be too long because it's a nice length. It's about 45 minutes.
Okay.
So, again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, listening audience. And I really hope you give this a try. You will be amazed, just like I've been amazed. I've never had anything that worked this wonderful.
That's awesome.
So take a look at it, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Wonderful. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now, don't look back now. Rise up, stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers, finding our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way. We control our fate. Destiny awaits. We are all the actors in the stories we create. Hope will be our guide. We'll no longer hide. When we roll like thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors.